Hello, everyone, and welcome to Indiana Golf Magazine. I'm Brian Hammons. Here's a look at what's coming up over the next few minutes. We'll check in with the 2024 National PGA Professional of the Year. I'll take you to the PGA Show and look at some of what's new in the golf world. And we'll highlight some of the programs of interest being offered by Indiana Golf in 2025. But first, Crooked Stick's Director of Golf, Tony Pancake, recently wrapped up his reign as the 2024 National PGA Professional of the Year, only the fourth PGA professional from Indiana to earn that honor. That is our Chariot Automotive Group top story. And Tony Pancake joins me now. And Tony, now that you've been able to reflect over the past year as the PGA Professional of the Year, what was that experience like, and what was your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, it's been a pretty incredible year, Brian, and I think the first thing is when I received the award, it's like I wasn't sure it was real. I mean, it was it's not something that you go to work every day thinking about, but when I got the call, it was like, could this really be me that was chosen for this award? But, as I kind of processed it, it really allowed me, you used the word reflect, and it allowed me to really reflect back on the 40 years of working in golf and the relationships of the people that I've gotten to know and the people who have helped me along the way. And quite honestly, I spent the last year trying to reach out to those people and really connecting with them, to say thank you to so many of them who helped me, and then also to share in the award with those people as well. That was definitely the highlight.
So when you look back at all the things that you were able to do over the last year, what would you consider the highlight? Just reconnecting with all those people?
Yeah, I would say that was the most meaningful thing. I mean, certainly I did the commercial for the PGA of America and got a lot of notoriety for that. Interestingly, that commercial was supposed to only show on ESPN for the women's NCAA basketball tournament last year, and then it was also going to show on the Golf Channel for the Club Professional Championship. But the commercial received so much positive feedback. They received so much positive feedback from PGA of America members and then also just people in the golf industry that commercial continues to play. I mean, they played on Monday Night Football, and I saw it on the Golf Channel this past weekend. It's just amazing how they've continued to use that. Really, it was easier than I thought, even though it took 13 hours to film a 30-second commercial.
Well, another thing that I saw that was really cool was when you and Peyton Manning squared off in a skills competition.
Yeah, that was pretty special. Anytime you can do anything with Peyton Manning, that's a lot of fun. And I've gotten to know Peyton since he was the quarterback of the Colts and a member at Crooked Stick. So since 2004, I've had a chance to know him and become good friends with him and take him to some pro-ams and things like that. And so when the folks from Omaha Productions, they had done the commercial and they wanted to do something with Peyton and I after that. So they called and set this up, and I flew out to Denver. That only took an hour to film that, but it was a lot of fun. The setup was really difficult that day because it was windy and the range was on a slope and all that. But anyway, so our scoring wasn't very good, but we had a lot of fun. And like I say, anytime you can do something with him, he's such a quality guy. And the person you see on television is exactly the person that when the cameras are not rolling, he's just like that as well. Just really a quality person.
Yeah, and for those of you at home who haven't seen the video, you can check it out on YouTube. Now, 2025 is going to be an exciting year for you as well because you're going to be inducted into the Indiana Golf Hall of Fame. What does that mean to you?
My first reaction is that means I'm getting old. But, I don't feel like I'm a Hall of Famer, but, it warms my heart that the people would think enough of what I've tried to do for Indiana golf. My intent has been, how can I use my experience in golf and then use that to have a positive impact on people around me. So for them to recognize that is very gratifying for sure.
Tony, before I let you go, can you update us on your daughter, Annabelle?
Yeah, thanks for asking about her. She went through qualifying school last fall. She didn't make it all the way but to the LPGA, but she does have really good status on the Epson Tour, which is, for those of you that don't know, that would be like the Korn Ferry level of the PGA Tour. So she's one notch below the LPGA, but she has good status for that this year. Her first event is in Florida in late February, and then there's I think 18 events she's going to play in throughout the course of the year, trying to finish in that top 10.
Well, best of luck to Annabelle, and congratulations to you on what was an exciting 2024, and with everything you have going on, it looks like 2025 promises to be the same.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I appreciate all your support. We're also reopening our golf course at Crooked Stick this year, so I'm looking forward to being a golf pro again. So, thank you.
The month of January means only one thing to PGA professionals like Tony: the PGA Show in Orlando, Florida. It's where the golf industry shows its goods. Now, it's not open to the public, so let me take you inside in this month's Spotlight, brought to you by a new sponsor, the French Lick Resort. Behind me is the PGA Show. 1.1 million square feet of golf stuff. Let's see what's new in 2025. As you might expect, the big boys in the golf industry all have new clubs they're promoting, but there's a new player in the club business in 2025, Vice Golf. Already known for making quality golf balls for affordable prices, they're following the same business plan with their clubs.
Yeah, exactly the same. I think in terms of clubs, we are on average around like 40% cheaper than like the popular OEM brands. So we want to have it affordable for everybody. And I think the cool thing is our approach is to make golf a bit more easy and to address the everyday golfer and not a tour pro.
Motorized push carts were big at the show, but none more high-tech than the IXI, a self-driving digital caddy that will not only follow you around the golf course, it will even video your swing.
This is an autonomous self-driving trolley, meaning by self-driving is it drives autonomously on the course. He knows the course because he has the map, he has the GPS, he knows where he is, he knows where are the bunkers, and so. For example, you can you shot the ball on the green. At that time, you just need to pick your putter. You show the putter to the camera. The XC goes to the exit of the green direction to the next tee while you're putting and focus on the game. We have a big screen, the biggest screens you can find on any trolley. And this screen is entitled to give you feedback. Yeah, you can review your swing because the camera is filming your swing. And you can review your swing instantly, frame by frame. Or you can also review the collection of your swing on the app in the evening in the sofa and send your best swing to your friend and to the worst swing to the pro, for example.
Pretty cool, huh? But the IXI isn't cheap. Figure on spending $5,000 on one of these babies.
Now, we all complain about the cost of premium golf balls, right? Well, hold on to your hat. These bad boys, the Atomax golf ball, cost $249 a dozen. Now, they're non-conforming, but they're the longest ball in golf.
We think golf should be fun. Losing distance, people getting older, whatever, injured, we believe golf should be fun. Playing more distance helps those technologies. Technologies getting better and better helps the golfers, but the rules against it, so we don't like it. We made a golf ball for most amateurs get benefited. This is not just the longest golf ball, but also we have amazing spins around the green and the iron as well.
At over $20 a ball, you're not going to give up looking for one of these after 3 minutes. Or you could use the Flight Path Golf Tee, which is designed to help you hit it straighter.
The Flight Path Golf Tee is the first golf tee that has an arrow so people can aim it in the direction you're hitting. The second thing is that unlike other performance golf tees that try to reduce friction in every direction, we're the first to reduce it in a single direction, because in golf you're only hitting in one direction. So what we've done is we've maximized the friction reduction on this for side spin and central spin. So as the ball flies, it'll create a more straighter like flight path, and it should improve accuracy.
And if you like your tees blinged out, Flight Path also has a $50,000 diamond tee. If a diamond tee isn't crazy enough, coming up next month, I'll look at some of the stranger things I found at the PGA Show. Well, last month, we looked at some of the changes and big events coming up in 2025 for Indiana Golf. In this episode, we look at the programs being offered by Indiana Golf, starting with the first tee.
In 2025, we are going to have some new things happening. We have started a participant advisory council. We're going to still continue the state championship. We're going to do another leadership day, probably at the new office. And then always, and every year, there's the national opportunities, and we're really excited to have kids apply to those, and then hopefully be able to go to that. So this year, in 2024, we had another record-breaking year. So we're hoping in 2025 we're able to continue on to that. But we are adding 7 new courses in 2025, so we'll be able to expand into some new areas. The goals, I mean, obviously, if we're looking at like a 5-year plan, is to constantly keep growing the numbers that we're reaching, not only at the green grass, but hopefully at the schools and then at the community centers as well. The other thing is we are growing more in Fort Wayne, just so people know, and then we have expanded into Lake County. So if everyone could just check the schedules, we are going to be adding those new sites here pretty soon. Schedules should be up by the 1st of February. You can either go to Indiana Golf, and up at the top there is a First Tee tab, or you can just go to firstteeindiana.org and you'll be able to find us there.
Included in the programs available to junior golfers in Indiana is Drive, Chip, and Putt, a nationwide skills competition for boys and girls aged 7 to 15, with the national finals played at Augusta National the week before the Masters.
In 2025, we will have 7 qualifying locations all throughout the state. It's a completely free program for kids to participate in. Kids will hit 3 drives, 3 chips, 3 putts, and then they'll get points based on distance and accuracy for each shot. And then the kids with the most points in their age division will move on to the next rounds. Indiana's had a few kids that have made it to the finals and participated in the finals, including a national champion winner in 2024. So definitely looking forward to see who's going to be next from the state to make it to Augusta.
Another terrific program to introduce kids to competitive golf is PGA Junior League, a team competition with 2 age divisions, 8 to 13 and 14 to 17.
It's really a tremendous way to introduce kids to the game of golf. It's team golf. It's a scramble format, very, very low pressure, very relaxed format. And it's a great environment for kids to not only learn about how to play golf, but to get excited about playing golf and have fun doing it.
To sign up for Drive, Chip, and Putt, you can go to drivechipandputt.com and look for a location near you. For PGA Junior League, go to pgajuniorleague.com and enter your zip code to find a team close by. But not all of Indiana Golf's programs focus on juniors. PGA HOPE is a great program for veterans. HOPE standing for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. And Indiana's program continues to grow.
Long-term goals are, pie in the sky would be every veteran in the state, but more realistically, just continuing to help as many veterans as we can, either get them back into the game, introduce them to the game, help them develop their skills, and even on the social and mental wellness side of things as well, getting people out of their houses, getting them, reassimilated back into society, getting them out of their house, helping them recover from that dark place that they may be in, ultimately just trying to help as many people as we can.
If you're a veteran or know a veteran who might be interested in the PGA HOPE program, reach out to Andrew Gent at agent@indianagolf.org. Time now for our tip of the month, and John Hoover stresses the importance of being properly fit for your golf clubs, no matter your skill level.
One of the things that I hear frequently is, I'm not good enough or my swing's not good enough to be fit for golf equipment. Everybody is good enough to be fit for golf equipment. In fact, we can probably make a larger impact on a mid to high handicapper than we can a low handicap when it comes to club fitting and help your game become better. For example, when we're looking at drivers, all of our OEMs or manufacturers offer us pretty much 3 or 4 heads, and there's a reason for that. So based on swing type, I can use what I would call a standard head or a fade bias low spin head or a draw bias head. And the manufacturers have weighted clubs differently. We can move the lofts and we can even fine tune. So my point is, based on your golf swing today, how do we make the most efficient result possible? Irons as well. There are different iron models. And then we can even fine tune with golf shafts. So the weight of the golf shaft, the flex of the golf shaft, the length of the golf shaft. Even something as simple as wedges. So if we look at the wedge, I've made some markings on the bottom here. The grind of a wedge and the bounce of a wedge. And bounce of a wedge, looking at the trail edge versus leading edge. This angle is the bounce. Depending on your style, depending on how you swing, are you steep into the turf or are you shallow into the turf? Are you a golfer that can stand out there at 30 yards out in the fairway and continuously chunk the wedge shot or the pitch shot and not really understand why that's happening? It could be equipment related. At least the equipment can assist you in helping you become better and getting better results day in and day out. So again, no matter who you are, see your local golf professional or a club fitter close to you, and if not, come on up to Correct to Compete here in Zionsville. Make sure you can take 60 to 90 minutes, go through a club fit, and find out if the equipment's really right for you. Thank you.
Good advice, as always, from John Hoover. And that will do it for this episode. I'm Brian Hammons. Thanks for watching, and join us again next month for Indiana Golf Magazine.